Hello and welcome to tonight's show, everyone. Uh, yeah, I've not been live for a long while. Uh, Mark Herbex was the first one in. There's his name there. Cool, nice to see you. Yeah, so it's great to see you all in. It's not a Tuesday, like you say, but I thought I'll do a live stream anyway because I've not done one for a while. Basically, I needed a bit of time off. So just let's see who's in. We'll go through them quick. So it's pretty cool to see everyone jumping in. Yeah, nice to see everyone. Uh, yeah, there's a few new faces in here that I don't recognise at the moment. Excellent to see everyone. Mike's in as well. Cool. Dropbox. That's a great name for a car channel show, Rockbox. Yeah. Wonder whether you've got with a car show or not. But yeah, they've not been well, so instead of doing a few live stream, yeah, you can't see my hands. What? Yeah. I can do that though. Can't I move that down a bit? That's better. Now you can see stuff. Yeah, needed some time off for YouTube and just get myself a bit more organised and healthier, basically. My weight went right down to 58 kilos from 75 kilos, so that wasn't great. Yeah, I might look nice and slim now, but it's affected me energy levels and my muscles and stuff like that. But yeah, started eating more and getting more weight on now. Just like I say, I needed a bit of time off YouTube. I'm going to come back on, do live streams. Won't be doing them every week at the moment, but it's going to be every other week un until I start feeling much better. So thanks for everyone joining in, jumping on. We've got Brady there, excellent. Nice to see you, mate. Uh, Joel's there as well. Yep, I think we've got everyone up to now. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. I just needed a bit of time to recover. I was doing too much stuff at once. Trying to do my YouTube, go out, film, and it weren't doing me great, my health wise. Uh, I couldn't eat. I was eating and throwing up straight away, but now I managed to keep my food down, so that's cool. Like I said, I'm putting more weight on, so that's what I need to do and get some more exercise up, and then hopefully start moving on a bit more. Uh, we've got our first guest in. Tell you the truth, he's been here right from the beginning, but he's been in the background. Hello, Mr. Matt.
Mm. Hello, how are you doing?
All right, not too bad.
Mm.
Uh,
Are you having a drink tonight? I'm drinking Carling Black Label because it's pretty cheap from the local purveyors.
I'm having the good old one as well from Lidl.
Galaroo. Yeah, I should
Yeah,
have got some of those today actually. Hiya Angela, how are you doing?
yeah, Angela Cook's in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Tom's in as well. Uh, yeah, since my last live stream, uh, Tom's Urban Explorer, he passed away basically. I
Didn't
hope I hope I
did
got
you
the
not
right name
mention
right.
did you mention that on one of your lives? Because I think you might have been since that, or have you not?
I don't think he have been since his death, you know.
Oh right.
I know T4 Sweat Tom's done like a live stream about it and stuff like that, but yeah, it's can't find no more information, just what was in the paper. For the people who don't know, he had a stroke. He recovered, had a heart attack, recovered from that, and he was out one night, and someone basically one punched him by the sound of it, or there's a brawl, and he came off worse for wear and died basically a couple of days later in hospital. But I've not heard about his funeral or anything. I'd have liked to go down and lay flowers. But yeah, also, not great news again. One of my mates called Rich Wellock, YouTuber, he does videos as well. He came out with us and met up a good few times. He's in hospital at the moment with some sort of what's it called when you get a blood infection?
Sepsis.
Sepsis. And basically, they don't know what it is inside him. The antibiotics they gave him didn't work. And from one arm not working, it went from one arm down to 2 legs now. So all he's got is one arm movable. So they started different antibiotics. It's settled it down now. And yeah, hopefully it'll get a bit better.
Yeah.
But I've gone down to see him the last couple of weeks now. He's been in hospital for over a month. And basically, I can see an improvement in him moving more himself, but not his limbs, use of his limbs. So yeah. And he's not been out of the basically ward where he is at the moment for over 4 weeks now. So hopefully next time I go down, I'm going to do push around with him on a wheelchair. He's not been in a wheelchair yet, so we got to ask the nurses whether we can arrange it so I can push him around the hospital. But yeah, like I say, there's a lot of bad news there in a way. But things can only get better, hopefully. And yeah, like I say, I'll be doing live streams, not every Tuesday, every other Tuesday from now on, for a short period. And the videos will come out when they come out. I can't say every week or whatever, but I've got 1 or 2 in the pipeline. Also got the competition that I keep saying, that you can win merch and stuff. Got all these hats to give away. Got a big box of stuff in there. Got hoodies, cups and t-shirts, all sorts in there. And that's thanks to Bubble Print by Little and his merch site. So that's pretty cool of Barry doing that. So a big shout out to Barry. We've got Daniel there as well. He sneaked in, didn't see him, I don't think. Yeah, there's someone as well. Yeah, if I've not shown your name, I'm sorry, but hopefully I'll get everyone up who would notice, or try to get everyone up. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So have you been out, Matt, recently since your win?
I haven't. Since getting my bail, sorry, bad language. Since getting my bail overturned, I should really have gone out, but I've just been helping somebody else with a project. So I've been messing around with some cameras and filming. So I've been filming on cameras like that, and another camera like this. So yeah.
That camera there, is that the new GoPro Pocket? Yeah.
That's the GoPro Pocket, yeah, the new Hero 17 Plus. This is. They finally worked out how to put a bigger sensor on it. So yeah. It's a Blackmagic cinema camera.
Yeah. Talking of cameras, DJI brought out the 3rd one now. The Pocket.
Guess what I bought today?
What I've just mentioned.
Literally 9 a.m. in the morning, they were doing the announcement, and it was like a stage. It looked like a stage, and it had like a countdown. And I was like, all right, so there's going to be people on stage, and they're all going to be talking about it, and they're going to have guests up there, and they just put a video on. It's like, this is the Pocket 3. It is amazing. It is a really amazing camera. Goodbye. And it's like, what? That was about 4 minutes. What? But then I went, refreshed the DJI website, and bang, there it was. And I was like, PayPal now, do it, done. Got to have that.
Was it just the camera you got, or the combo kit? But they do a professional combo kit as well, I believe.
Yeah, I got the whole combo kit with the radio mic and everything, and the extra battery, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, whole sort of thing. Yeah, 650 quid. So guess what, folks? Guess what? Do an advert here. Look, right. My old workhorse that has been out there is going to be up for sale. So if anybody's interested, email me. Right. But look, it's even got like removable additions. It's got fuzzies on there, and a fuzzy on the front, and it's got this amazing scroll wheel for doing smooth, slow ups or fast ups. You can however much you push it, you get on there. And it's got a little thing which you can put you can screw attachments into it, like tripod screw attachments. So I'm gonna probably do it for about 250, which is 100 quid cheaper than the used ones are going. And that's the whole pack, including the radio mic. So I'm going to do it for 250. So, yeah.
I was going to ask you about your old one, what you go to do with it, but obviously you said.
Well, you only need one, don't you, really? You don't need two. So.
No. But like you're saying, I might not. I was thinking of getting that one off you if you were selling it, but.
Yeah.
No, I've already got the first one, and that's not much more different. There's a few extra bits and bobs.
What you mean?
More wider.
What you got the Pocket 1?
I've got the Pocket 1, but I was going to go for your Pocket 2.
Mate,
might as well go for the Pocket 3. I'm thinking that now.
Well, you could do, because it's a bit more expensive. I mean, I think it's 450 for just the Pocket on its own, and 650 if you want all the extras. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, if you've got a Pocket 1, the Pocket 2 is just massively better quality than the Pocket 1, because I had one as well, and it's really grainy in low light. Pocket 2, as you've seen, I go underground, and it's not bad at all. So I'm hoping the Pocket 3 is going to be even better, because it is got 1-inch sensor, so it's meant to be really good in low light. But yeah,
I'm happy with the Pocket 1, like I say, but the only thing I didn't like about it was the angle of view. It's more narrow. Then the second one is more wider. Yeah. But now the third one's even more wider still.
I don't know if it's much wider, the third one, to be honest. It's about the same as the Pocket 2.
I've seen a review on it, and someone's saying it's more wider. So I don't know. I'll have to send you the link to what I've seen you.
Yeah, Lindowski says I'll have to get it on tick. Yeah, right. I'm going to go sending the camera out to somebody I don't really know, like on tick. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'll send it immediately. Yeah.
But you said you on PayPal, you can pay by your PayPal, can't you, on tick, or on what is it, the other one? Amazon. How do you pay online now? You can do it through your account, can't you? Monthly.
Yeah.
You buy it from the shop.
If you buy it on PayPal, if you've got PayPal credit, you can pay it off monthly. But then if you've got PayPal credit, you could actually just buy it on PayPal credit. But you can pay it off monthly, or you can pay it off, like 4 months interest-free credit. That's what I've done with this this Pocket 3. I put it on 4 months interest-free credit. So yeah.
So if you pay it off between that time, there's no more credit on top.
Yeah, yeah. Because it's quite high. PayPal at 20%, I think, is the APR on PayPal. So yeah.
Right. Because I've heard you say it before, but obviously I don't know how to do it, and I just wondered, would it be an option for me? You know what I mean? But it is quite a lot of money at the moment.
Well, you've got to apply for PayPal credit and see whether you're accepted. If they accept you, then
Right.
they gave me £3,500 credit limit. Like on my PayPal, and I have used it. I bought my boat with it, and I've still got 600 quid left off the boat to pay back off. So I am paying interest on it, but it's handy.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was going to say, giving you £3,000, didn't you? Only a little spending spree, but obviously you did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like dangling a carrot in front of your nose, like then, isn't it?
Mm. But the thing with me is I'm absolutely useless at saving money. I cannot save money. So it's better for me to just have it in one grab and then pay it off in bits, because I'll pay it off, but saving, I just can't save money. I'm like, what can I spend money on today? Where can I go? That's what I'm like. I was just like, I cannot save money. Never have been able to. Useless I am.
But saying that, also, I know the DJI are very unlikely to lower the price on the Pocket 3.
No, they won't. Not for a while.
They've not done it for the drones or anything really.
No.
Know what I mean? Since releasing them. So it's going to be out for a long, long time now before they're bringing out the next one, because is it 2-3 years ago since they brought out the 2?
Yeah, well, the 2 filled in a lot of the blanks with the 1. The 1 was just a really noisy sensor, and it was okay, as long as you were in daylight. If you were in daylight, it was fine. But nighttime, which of course is what we like to do a lot of, well, the Pocket 2 addressed that, and it was much better. It didn't look like massive particles of grain. It was like quite a fine grain. But the 1-inch sensor should be really good. I mean, I've seen somebody out and he's filming with his phone and the sky is black, and he's filming with the Pocket 3, and you can see like gradation in the sky. You can see like the street lights, sort of like you can see it. Amazing difference, So it is definitely a low light camera, and that's why I got the 1-inch 360, because that was what pissed me off. I had a 360 camera, but it was really grainy. Then they brought out the 1-inch 360, and then I can go underground, and it's like, amazing. It's like there's no grain, and normally I'd have to noise clean it, and it takes hours and hours. Well, you don't have to bother. It's just like take it straight off the camera, bang, straight in. You can noise clean it, and if you do, it looks really good. But it's just supposed to be much better. So fingers crossed. And hey, the reason I'm really enjoying the idea of the Pocket 3, because me and a few other people, I kept sending DJI things saying, make sure it's 10-bit log color. Yeah. And guess what? It's 10-bit log color. They've done it. They've actually done it. So yeah.
Yeah. So what we was saying about the other day, telling me.
Yeah.
There might be a cheap way of doing it, or they might do it the proper way, and they're doing it the proper way what you wanted.
Well, sort of, because there's one extra caveat which people don't know, because they go, oh, 10-bit color. Well, there's 10-bit color, and then there's 10-bit color, right? Because there's 10-bit color 422, which is good quality, and then there's 10-bit color 420. And it's all about how the color is drawn onto the screen. And when it's 420, it's drawn on really crappily. And our DJI on their drones are 420, right? Which means it makes me think, yeah, they're going to put 420 on this camera as well. But if it's 422, I am going to be gobsmacked. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Lindoxy said 420. Whoa, no. I'm going to actually look at the specs, actually, because now they're up there. I didn't look at the specs. I just bought it because I thought that is going to be...
What's the 1-to-1 ratio? Because you can do that, and then you can crop in and do all sorts with it.
Yeah, but the thing is, the 1-to-1 ratio is very low res, as a square. But then they're like, oh, but you can stretch it up this way, and you can stretch it up that way. It's like, just don't...
Oh, is that all that is?
Yeah, don't bugger about with that, because it's really low quality then, It's like, no, film as you want to film. If you want to film it upright, film it in the portrait mode, which is useless, don't bother. And if you're serious, you film it in landscape. So yeah. Anyway, I was going to go to DJI one and check the specs just to see DJI.com, because they have actually released the specs now, which let me have a look, learn more. Right, where's the specs then?
If anything happens to the computer or I go off, just bear with me, because I've redone my live stream desk or mixing this desk or whatever you want to call it. So I'm just trying to get things sorted. Like you see, there's a plug socket here now. There's this patch keeps coming up, but obviously I can sort that out.
I can't see anything in the specs about whether it's 420 or 444. So I'm imagining that it'll be all right as a 420, but if it's 422, then you won't get this like little color speckling, because it just goes with colors. The colors sort of dance a little bit, you know, which means you can noise clean it to get rid of that effect. But it'd just be better if it did it 422, because then you wouldn't get that. So it'd be nice. But yeah. And it's got a really bright screen as well. Well, not the brightest. I mean, it's 700 nits. That's not bad, because some of the like daylight screens for cameras and things, you know, like high-end cameras, they can be up to like 1,000 nits. So it's still a lot better than the first one.
Yeah.
They took away the scroll wheel, and I'm just waiting to find out now. They put a joystick in its place, and I want to know, if you push the joystick a little bit, does it go slowly? And if you push the joystick a lot, does it go quickly? Because that's what you get with a scroll wheel, and they haven't got a scroll wheel adapter for it. So I'm like, I hope I can do it, because I use that all the time. Like if I want to point down, I scroll down, and I want to go up, I scroll up, rather than just tilting it down and tilting it up. You know, I actually use that because it's very useful to position the camera in certain ways that you need it before you start moving your hand, because you can position it correctly. But anyway, semantics. But
yeah, I'm a day late, but at least better late than never. Yeah, it's great to see you in, mate.
What's that saying? A day late and half a pound light, or something? There's some sort of saying, isn't there? It's fucking, and he is quite light now.
Yeah,
he's a skinny bastard now.
I am. Very. It's not. It looks like bones to me now. That. It used to be a lot thicker, and I couldn't put my hand around the wrist like that. You know what I mean? Doing that on both. So, yeah, when it's like that, I know I've lost weight, definitely.
Yeah, well, if you can keep that weight off, you'll definitely notice it when you're out exploring, because it's a lot easier walking along when you've got less weight on you.
But I've got no energy. My muscles are worn away. You know what I mean? You need to get something on me to burn some fat.
I know a way you can get some muscles going back. Certainly on your right arm, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Aye.
I can get away with that. The algorithm probably doesn't know what that means. So yeah.
It's not too bad that from you, actually, and nearly half an hour.
Yes, yeah, right.
Yeah. Normally it's 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I haven't heard anybody say they're interested in me pocket yet then, but email me if you are. But I'll have to do a live stream myself, actually, and I'll go through all what it's got, you know, what I'm going to give away with it, you know, well, just the extras that are on it, really. And I've done this, like I cut this down as well, because it normally goes right around the body, but I cut it down because it's got this adapter on it. So I like cut it so that it's, you know, it fits around there and doesn't make contact with this. But yeah, anyway,
modified it, yeah, basically.
Modified. Make it fit, indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, Liam's changes the channel name, hasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, I never think it's a good idea to keep changing your name, but whatever, because people will forget how to find you then.
Yeah, I've done that before today. Lost track of people because they've changed the name too many times.
Check WhatsApp. Hang on. Ooh, yeah, Liam wants it. Well, it's a bargain, and you know it. You know it's had, like a lot of use. You've seen the quality of the videos I do with it, and it's predominantly that is the one I use every time I film. So, yeah. And it can even film in 60p, which I did for the Submarine Museum. And I was wondering whether anybody would notice, because it's like, I'll probably start filming in 60p now, because the reason I didn't film in 60p on it is because the Pocket 2 doesn't do log color. It just does normal color, which is fine, but I like log color because I like to color grade a bit, and mess around in Premiere and whatnot. But the new one, it does have 60p with log. So, yeah. But a lot of people, they're like, what does that mean? It's just like, for most people, they don't know what it is. They don't need it.
There's a comment there, but it looks like you've got your old Pocket back, and obviously you bought the new one, like you just said. So hopefully that brings that question to an answer.
Yeah. And it connects to it. It's got the adapters for connecting to an iPhone and an Android. It's got this. And I never worked out what that's for. And there must be, I don't know what it's for. Anyway, perhaps it goes around the head so you can wear it like on a tie thing. No, it can't do, because if it went round the head, then the head wouldn't be able to move. So I don't know, make no sense. Maybe it is to go around the head because it's the only thing that's round on it, but then it would stop the head moving.
It might be an extra lock or something.
Yeah,
when it's got this cradle.
It's got this little tripod adapter, which is kind of funky because it comes out like that. It becomes a tripod. It's got that with it. Yeah. Yeah. But and it's got its original packaging with it as well. So, got the box and everything. Although it does have a slight tear on the side where I was, let me get in there. I want to get it out now. Get in there. It's like, when I first had it.
I've done it a few times. You try to open the box nicely and then think, bollocks to it.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? DJI have said that they're putting it in the post tomorrow. So there's a chance I might have it by Friday if it's on a fast delivery service. So,
yeah, I've seen, like I say, a review on it, and the mic, if you stand in line of no view of it, it goes quite a long way. I can't say how long it was because they didn't mention it, but you could see him walk away from the camera and walk back.
Yeah, the radio mic on the new ones
one, yeah,
is higher power, so it goes a lot further. Because mine used to go about 20 meters, 30 meters, like that, and then it would start to break up. And if somebody went around a corner, but this one's supposed to be much better. But if it cocks up, which it could do, because if it goes around a corner or you get a signal problem, it starts to break up. Yeah, not a problem, because guess what? It actually records the audio into the radio mic, and then when you get home, you connect it to the computer and you can download the audio file from it, put it back on your video clip, and bang, you got your audio, no mistakes in it. So that's an interesting feature, because they've got a 2-set radio mic. DJI could do a 2-set thing. You can put on top of a camera and you give 2 radio mics to people, and those started recording on the radio mics as well. They actually record both mics. So what they've done is they've incorporated that technology now in with the Pocket 3, and if you buy an extra mic the same type, it's called a Mic 2. So I don't think, because they're not stupid, it's not compatible with the Mic 1, which is this dual set. Yeah, it's not compatible, I don't think. But if you buy the new Mic 2 second unit, then you can have 2 radio mics on 2 people walking. So you can film 2 people, which is really cool. And
Yeah, I've got a question about that. Now, if you're wearing a mic yourself and you're walking away explaining something or showing stuff in the film,
yeah,
is the other mic on the camera itself still working so someone else can interact with you?
I don't think so, because that was something I did look at on mine and I couldn't. It's like it's either internal mic or it's radio mic. That's it. And if you turn the radio mic on, the internal mic stops. And what would have been nice is if they also recorded as a separate audio track the internal mic, just for safety reasons, you know, because there was no audio at all if the radio mic went off. So when you record a video file, you can record multiple audio tracks. And what they could have done is they could have put the radio mic on track 1 and the internal mic on track 2. They could have done that, but they didn't. So yeah, they got around it with the new system, because when you turn on the external radio mics, they are guaranteed to record in the memory on the radio mic. But no, it doesn't pick up on the internal one, I don't think, unless it maybe they fixed that, because it was a thing that I think a lot of people did actually say, like, hang on, but I want to speak as well, not just the person in the distance. I want to respond to the person in the distance. And it's like, so I can't respond because it's only picking up one mic. So I think maybe they might have addressed that, but we'll have to have a look in the menus and see if there's anything in there for it.
Yeah. That's like I was thinking of buying the third one, but at the moment the first one's working just fine. And they're not going to lower the price soon. So I know for a fact, no point in getting it on hire purchase if I can't buy it. I could just save up for it, and when I've got enough money, just buy it outright then. You know what I mean? At least I save me money from buying the second one.
Yeah.
Instead of just jumping up to the second one straight away.
Yeah.
So that's probably what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, Lindopsky, I don't think it'll work with the Rode Wireless Go, because they're completely different systems, completely different protocols, and it's a digital setup, so they're not compatible. And DJI, every time they bring out a new mic system, it won't be compatible with the old one, specifically because they want you to buy the new one and all the components for the new one. They're a bit like that, yeah. So they've done that with the remote controllers for the drones. Like, you know, they look the same, but no, that remote works with that drone. This remote works with that drone. You know, it's like they're not compatible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I say, I wanted to do a live stream as well to test my new workbench, and it looks like I need to pull out my paint pot again and just get rid of that door and stuff like that. Know what I mean? You've never seen that before.
What are you going to do? Paint it green so it becomes like
blue?
Blue.
Yeah. Because that's what this one behind me is at the moment.
Oh, right. But there's artificial intelligence cutout now on StreamYard where it doesn't matter what the background is. Jesus Christ. It's a oh, hey, actually, reminds me, I have got in a box, look, the thing to put in the post for you, but I haven't put it in the post.
Oh.
Been lazy, sorry. So we won't have to
do yours tomorrow.
Yeah, we won't be all like Mr. Glitchman.
It'll sort itself out in a minute.
Yeah, nice to see you, mate.
That's what people. That's what people who Wi-Fi always say. They go, "It'll get better. It will get better." It's like, no, no. Look. See, I told you.
It depends on how many people in McDonald's using it at once.
Yeah. Are you like, scabbing off your neighbour's Wi-Fi or something? Yeah.
There's Barry Little, Bubble Prince. Thank you for the merch and stuff like that. So excellent for Barry. There he's comment at the bottom. He wasn't him before, but now he is. So now he knows I mentioned him. Excellent. Nice to see you, Adrian.
How are you guys? All right?
Yeah, it's great
Yeah.
to see you, Mr. John. Seeing it was a very short notice of giving you notice.
I'd say it's
That's
very
all right, no worries.
average to see you, but better than nothing at all.
The
Yeah.
feeling's mutual, dear friend.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, what a thoroughly awful person.
Did you see that video I sent out of the monkey and the bloke?
I'm the one who sent it to you, didn't I?
Oh, you sent it to me, did you? Right? Yeah. Fucking hell! I've been sending it out to a few
I
people
think,
today.
I think Barry sent it to me, so I
Oh
shared
dear.
it as well.
Yeah. I don't know where I couldn't remember where it came from, but it was definitely like okay.
Yeah,
Normally
your
from-
comment made me laugh.
Normally from Duncan, isn't it? Down under. Duncan down under.
Dinkum. Yeah.
He normally sends you stuff like that.
Well, he does send me some quite outrageous videos, and I send them to him as well. But yeah, well, yeah. I don't go looking for them, but yeah, when we find them, we send them to each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to send it out to the masses.
There we are. They're saying the Osmo Pocket wide-angle lens is £39. However, what they did when they sold the combo pack the first time round, it may be doing it the same as well. If you don't buy the combo pack, they will not sell you those items that are in the combo pack for about 3 or 4 months, maybe longer, because they don't want you just go buying the small one and then buying the bits. They want you to pay out for the whole thing in one go. So they wouldn't sell you the bits. And one of the bits they would not sell for a long time was the wide angle lens, because that was a really good addition, but they wouldn't sell it. So yeah, so it may be £39, but can you get hold of one?
Yeah, and like you say, they do 2 combo kits now as well. So does it come in with the first combo kit, or do you have to buy the full combo kit?
No, it doesn't come with a wide angle, and it is a very important little thing, really. I like the wide angle. It's always been good to me, but I never trust the fact that it's a magnet that holds it on. It's a magnet again, so I always glue them on for safety because they come off. I mean, I dropped it in Birmingham. I've dropped it in all loads of places. I dropped that lens and I had to go hunting around and I found it and I'm like, oh my god, I found you. And in the end, I was like, this is just not happening. I'm going to glue it on with hot glue, you know. So it might, but that's the thing as well. By the way, it is glued on with hot glue, as you can see. But if you want to, you can just peel the hot glue off, because the hot glue comes straight off, doesn't leave any marks. And also the stuff that I stuck on the fuzzies, that just peels off because it's latex glue. So it just comes off and you rub it and it just comes straight off. Yeah. Because I'm not going to use super glue like Taffy did on Claire's. I told him, you know, hot glue the lens on. Don't use super glue. So what did he do? Super glue. And where did the super glue go? Into the mechanism for moving the lens. So the lens was locked.
No way.
Yeah. I told him, don't, whatever you do, do not use super glue. What did he do? Super glue. Yep. On somebody else's camera as well, not on his own, on someone else's. Nice one. Yeah.
And like you say, with the hot glue, you can just peel it off. Super glue, you're going to have a trouble.
Oh yeah.
Different bond.
It got into the mechanism, and she said, "Why is this camera not working?" And I said, "Well, the lens isn't moving." Hang on, the lens is solid. I said, "Did somebody use glue on this?" And she said, "Oh yeah, Taffy glued it for me, like glued the lens." And I went, "Super glue? Yeah." I went, "You know it's got in the mechanism, don't you?" And I'm like, "Oh." So that was a bit of an awkward day. I had to like scrape it out of there with a razor blade, like, you know, and scrape it all out and then free the mechanism up, and then it worked again. It worked fine. But
lucky.
Yeah.
I got the kit.
If that gimbal stops working in any motion when it turns on, it just turns off again because it doesn't want to overheat the motors of it, try to work against it.
Yeah.
I've had it on mine when I've dropped mine and it looks all right. You move it, and it's just like something stiff. So you just got to play with it and bend it so little slightly. Then all of a sudden it moves nice and smooth again.
Yeah.
It's happened 4 or 5 times now where mine has had a little nudge, even in the pocket without even dropping it.
Yeah.
Come to pull it out and use it. Don't do it. So turn it off, give it a little tweak and turn it on again. It works.
If you get dirt in there, like sand or something like that, it will just sit in there between the two layers, and you get a little nodule of sand, and it'll just make it hard for it to move. So yeah, what you got to try and do then is get something in there like a razor blade, something very, very small, but you've got to be really careful because you don't want to cut any wires, and you've got to just move the blade down and it just cleans out any dirt. But I'm not suggesting people do that because I'm sure that will be somebody cutting wires and shit on it, So But yeah, also if you put it in your pocket and your pocket's tight, or if you've put it in something and it's compressed it, bear in mind that the gimbal runs like that between two pillars, and those pillars, if you compress it, they could bend in and touch. So it is metal after all. It can bend. So if that happens, then you have to look at the geometry and kind of like say, ooh, is it up straight, which is how it's meant to be, or is it tilted? If it's tilted, then you have to kind of slightly pull them out so that it freely moves again. But again, I do not recommend people do that because, give it to somebody who's competent to have a play with.
Yeah.
Evening,
How often do you calibrate yours?
Never.
Once.
Never.
Yeah.
Doesn't need it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done it a few times, but like you say, you don't really need it. Because when you turn it on, it levels out itself anyway, no matter where, if your hand's tilted slightly. Know what I mean? It's not like it's on a flat surface all the time when you're walking around flat.
I tell you something the Pocket 2 is brilliant at, and the Pocket 1 was okay, is focus. It's just absolutely shit hot on focus. Anything that just comes in, jump straight into focus. And it doesn't take time. It doesn't go, it just goes, whoop, straight to the focus. It's really good. I mean, has anybody ever seen it go out of focus, like crazy out of focus and like hang around? Like, they've never seen that in my footage because it never does it. It's absolutely spot on.
Yeah. What I've noticed with the first one, obviously I've not used the second one, is when you go quite close to something, say within a foot or a foot and a half, it, like you say, it loses its focus. It don't focus in as much.
Yeah.
At closer ranges. Don't know whether that was like the second one, whether you had the same problem with that.
I think they say the minimum focus distance is 2.5 feet. But the thing is, if somebody walks towards you, it'll keep the focus on them, but the background will go out of focus then, and it's, but the moment they walk out of shot, then it should come back into focus. Another thing with the Pocket 1, DJI never produced a wide angle lens for the Pocket 1. So the wide angle lens was invented and made by other companies, but they were radical differences in the quality, because some were really fuzzy and looked horrible. I mean, just unusable. And I bought a few, and I was like, put them on. I was like, nope. And then I got one from somewhere. Somebody gave one, or I got one, and it was like, oh, that's amazing. And it was like, yeah, but there was a lot of crap out there, and people buy for the Pocket 2. It's because they couldn't get hold of the official one. They went out and bought cheap ones for the Pocket 2. And again, the quality is very questionable on some of them. So it's better to get the DJI one, which is really sharp. It's sharp corner to corner, not just in the middle and fuzzy on the edges. It's sharp everywhere, So better to pay the money and get the DJI one, because I mean it's 39 quid or whatever, yeah, but you can buy one for like £10 on eBay, but you'll buy 3 or 4 of them and you'll go, that's crap, that's crap, that's crap. You spent the money you should have just spent on the first one in the first place. Hello, Nocturnal Frequency Radio. Yeah, so don't skimp, get the proper one for the Pocket 2. That's my advice. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Don't waste your time.
No, when you do put the wide angle lens on, do you have to run it through separate software when you're editing, or
no, it just makes it perfect. It's an spherical lens, so
you don't get no bubbling?
It doesn't get like fisheye and all bent. You know, it's actually, as I film, is exactly on that camera. Take it out, put it straight in the computer, and edit. That's it. I don't have to bend the images or do anything weird to it. It's just, it comes out perfect. Yeah. High quality, a spherical lens, folks. That's what you want. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking that myself. That's why I asked the question, obviously.
Yeah, that was the only thing, you know, it was very hit and miss, the wide angle lenses on the first one. And I think Ray, when he had it, he might have lost a lens and went and bought another one. And I said, well, you know, okay. But it's kind of like, is it any good? It's a bit out of focus. And he didn't really get on with the camera. And I think it's probably because he had the wide angle and it was a crap one and it looked out of focus. But, you know, and then he got rid of it then. So I think it went to Custard Cream had it off him, if I'm not mistaken.
No, the Pocket 2, did that have a zoom? It did, didn't it? A zoom in. Yeah.
But if you zoom in 4K, because the sensor's being completely used anyway, yeah, if you zoom in 4K, it gets more pixelated. Well, you know, it's fuzzier. You know, you
it's
can
like
see it fuzzy.
In, like you're being cropped.
Yeah,
the picture.
It's cropping the sensor. However, when you're shooting in 2K, yeah, you can zoom in, and it doesn't get so blurry until you go right in. Like you know, it's actually can go in and maintain the quality, because the 2K is half the quality of 4K. So you don't notice that sharpness in the first place because you're shooting in 2K. But yeah. So it was okay. It was all right. I didn't use the zoom very much, to be honest, but yeah, it is there.
I know the Pocket 3 has got on its highest setting 2 zooms settings on the highest setting, but obviously if you lower the pixels or the quality, it gives you more options of more zoom. I think up to 4 zoom, you can get 4 times zoom. Plus, it's down to the quality of the picture.
Yeah, you can store your favorite custom settings as well in the Pocket 3, which sounds very useful, because if you like to shoot in slow-mo, like 120 frames a second, it can do that now. But going into the menus and changing video to this and that, and you go into like several menus, you know. Well, once you've done that, you can save it as a preset, and you can call it like custom one, and it tells you what the settings are. So you can say, I want to go to just normal filming, which is daytime. I want to go to low frame rate filming, which is nighttime, you know, or I can go to high frame rate for slow-mos, for outdoor, like, you know, walk shots, or, you know, these like shots that certain people we will not mention. They do a lot of slow-mo stuff, you know, when they go in places. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Exploring with Brady says, don't like asking people to donate. Doesn't feel right. Yeah. What for? What are you asking for donations for? Sexual favors? I give those to you for free.
I think he just wants to get back out doing what he done. Someone's got something of his, so we want to like sort it out, I think.
He says the focus range is 0.2 meters, so that's 20 centimeters. I was told it was about 2 foot, but that was just a YouTuber I watched today who was saying it was 2 foot. So yeah.
Oh, and the new one, is it?
Yeah, might be closer. It depends as well. If you're using a wide angle lens, it may not go ultra close because it's got the wide on, but you know, like for close focusing. But if you take that off, then it may do. I can imagine that being an issue, but yeah.
Yeah, he said he'll take them off you.
Okay. Write down all the sexual favors you want on a postcard and send it to Jim'll Fix It, PO Box 666, London, NW1 6ANL. Yeah. Yeah. No, I didn't charge you for a foot massage. You gave you said you do me a t-shirt or something like that, wasn't it? Yeah. And that was an erotic foot massage. It wasn't just a normal foot massage. Barry Little. Yeah.
So what you been up to, John?
Nothing much. Been working mainly. Been really busy. And trying to sort out. I've got a video. I can't get it off my phone. It's pissing me off. I've got to buy some leads and sort it. So I don't know why. And I can't, because I'm on Windows 11, but it's not. I attach my phone, but I can't get video off. It only gives me pictures. I'm like, no, I want everything. I want to be able to get into everything. Oh,
guess what?
Technology.
Speaking of which, that's why this arrived today. A very high spec USB card that plugs into the computer, because I plugged my phone, it was a Galaxy phone, into the computer. I've changed from Hawaii now to Galaxy. I plugged it in, and it was rubbish transfer speeds. Now, the Hawaii, I used to get like really good speeds, like USB 3 speeds, and it was like, yeah, it was coming through. And this one was like USB 2 speeds. It was literally like, it said it's going to take an hour and a half to transfer like 7 gigs. I was like, you what? I was like, that's not right. I found out then that USB 3 is not good enough for the Samsung Galaxy. It's got to be 3.2. And you need a 3.2 USB to make it work. And then it goes into super speed mode, which is either 10 gigabits or 20 gigabits transfer speed. So I bought this card to plug in, which does it. And then once I bought the card, I realized there is a USB-C port on the back of my computer, which I've never used, because I'm like, who's going to plug into that? Right. I'm like, oh, shit, hang on. Isn't there a port I've never used? So I plugged a lead into it, and it's like, zoom, speed came back up. So, yeah, it really does need it.
See, I've got a micro SD in my phone. If I could take it out of my phone, I could put it in my laptop. Problem is, it's stuck. It won't come out. I can't get it out.
Oh shit!
I know, and I don't want to mess around too much with it, because you know what happens when you start fiddling around. It'll break, won't it? You know.
Yeah.
But that also means I can't get my SIM card out.
Yeah. Chris McHugh, I have been quite busy lately with some other stuff. I'm editing some stuff for somebody else as like a little project I've got. So I haven't been able to do anything myself, but I will be getting back on it, and I need to get out and do some explores. But this weekend I might be getting out and doing my first explore since I'm my bail lifted. So you can be absolutely sure that I'll be coming out really quickly after I've done the explore. So yeah. Yeah, blue socket is USB 3, but not all USB 3s are equal. There's 3, 3.1, 3.2. So I just got the latest 3.2 USB card. So I'm right up there now, ready to go for the maximum speeds. Yeah, there's blue sockets and there's red sockets. And the red socket is super speed, but that's not necessarily USB 3. So yeah.
Does it work well, the Pocket, with the iPhone?
With the iPhone? Well, it'll work with Android and iPhone, but you don't really need it per se. But you can. There is a little app you can run on it, which means you could put the camera down in the distance and see what it's filming on the phone, just to check that it's filming. and then you can put it in face track mode, and you can walk through the scene, and the camera will pan with you, so you don't need just like a cameraman. The camera will follow you as you walk through the scene. Now you can monitor that and make sure that's working on an iPhone, but do you really want to? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, Urbexy's been busy as well. Yeah. Well, it's only this week I've been busy. I've had my computer running 24/7, noise cleaning some footage from some lectures. So yeah, it's been tied up with that really, and I can't do any editing when it's running, you know, growling through video footage, you know. So
Right, I've just tried that now. It's a lot better than it used to be, that virtual blue background or whatever it is.
the virtual, yeah, because if you point it at the door now, the door won't be there. See, told you.
Yeah. Like I said, the first time I tried using it a while back, it won't work proper.
Yeah, it's better
It's
now.
like this here now. You can see a bit of blue there, but that's nothing really, is it?
It's all right, isn't it? It just means you don't have to paint your room blue or use a blue backdrop or a green backdrop. You can just have your crap behind you like I do. I've had this for a while. It's AI, you know, you've probably seen it, but look, you know, that's I got no blue backdrop. You know, I just flick it on and boom, you know, but that's done through hardware in my graphics card as opposed to software in StreamYard. These guys have got the software version. You know, so, and John's using it as well. So
What's that?
Virtual background with AI cutout. It cuts you out.
Yeah.
So I can change I can change the colour of my wall now, can't I? Because I'm not a blue. I'm a red, if anything.
Yeah, red is the color they say not to use for backgrounds because cameras struggle with red, because red is usually noisy in cameras, so it's always the worst color. So it's green and blue have been the preferred colors for chroma key.
Yeah, but you got to remember, I'm from Manchester. It's either blue or red. You are, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The two main football teams.
Well, you can have white. You can have white now, like normal people have on their walls. So yeah.
It used to be white. Yeah, I don't know whether it's me or the computer now. It looks like I'm jumping a bit more. I'm lagging on my screen.
Yeah. No, I haven't got my gear back yet, but we'll see what they say in November. Yeah. I've got to go for my bait. Well, yeah. I think they're going to drag it out as long as they can because it's not about what was done in that magistrate's court. It's more kind of like they're angry, so they're going to make me suffer without being found guilty of anything, you know, pre-suffering before court. You know what I mean? That's all it is. I've seen them do it. They do it every day of the week. That's the way the police operate. If you never had dealings with them, yeah, that's how they work. Trust me, they are full of it, the police.
Yeah, I thought something's wrong with the video.
Yeah, I noticed your lip sync was out a bit.
I'll be back in a minute.
Oh. Right. Get your knob out, John. Let's swing it around. He's not here now. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Algorithm. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Oh, it's a bit redder now. Oh.
Yeah. So what have you been up to then, John? Apart from nothing because you're busy. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get out, but I've literally haven't had a chance, and every moment I try. I don't really want to edit this video on my phone. I want to try on my laptop now because it's nice and all powerful. So I'm thinking, well, use it on there, see what I can do. Because either that, it's editing about 13 gigs of information or 30 gigs of data on my phone. Not happy.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I'm going to split it to like 2.5 hours, I think, but I want to split it up into like.
Can you hear me, Matt?
And a bit
Or
set.
John?
Yes.
Yes,
and your
we
lip
can.
syncs back. Your lip syncs back now.
Wave at me if you can hear me. I can't hear yous.
That's the trouble when you play with stuff. This is what happens.
Technical issues, everyone. It's
Yeah.
always right though, isn't it? On a live stream.
It's all right on a
I'll try
Saturday
and
night.
sort something out.
Matt, have you got? Are you on Windows 11 or are you on 10 still?
10, because 11 looks shite.
Well, to be fair, I'm on 11 because it came with it, but I cannot get my phone to sync properly. All it does, it just fucking comes up with shit. Like, unless I go through like the built-in Microsoft crap, it will not just, like before you could just plug your phone in and you go into your phone and will not do it.
Yeah, but when you plug your phone in, do you swipe down notifications where it says USB transfer mode and change it to transfer files?
What, in the settings on my phone?
Yeah, when you plug the phone in, it sort of goes doo-doo, yeah, because it detects
Yeah.
USB. Then if you swipe down from the top left, you get all your notifications, right? Look through those notifications. One of them will be USB settings. Click that.
Okay.
You get a screen
Yeah.
and it says what mode you want to be in, and it should be transfer files is the
Right,
mode.
so, yeah, I would do, but I plug it in, it comes up, it detects it, and then it says there's been an error of your USB. And it doesn't matter which port I put it in.
Have you installed the driver pack from the manufacturer of the phone in case there's any special little weird drivers that?
No, I haven't. That may be the case then. Yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot that.
Because when I plugged in a few of my phones, it just goes ding and then it doesn't come up. And when you put the drivers on, you may have to restart the machine. And when you plug the phone in, then it goes and it comes up not as a drive letter like CDE, but it comes up in the list of folders as a name.
Okay, I'll try that. I'm going to buy another lead anyway. I'm going to buy a like what you've got because I've got USB 3s anyway. So
yeah.
That way I'll know, because I can't see that every USB isn't working, considering I'm using my microphone on it.
That sounds absolutely classic, as you need the drivers for the phone from the manufacturer to get it to be recognized. Windows, Microsoft do these like free drivers that kind of like get you going on a lot of things.
Yeah.
But some things you have to literally download the full drivers, so yeah.
I can hear you now anyway.
Oh yeah, Safari says he sometimes has to put his in developer mode and then change it. If you go into developer mode, this hidden developer mode, there are some settings for USB which you can change. If you struggle, put the drivers on first, don't go down that road. If that doesn't work, then try developer mode and see if there's some options that you could change. But yeah.
I'll have a look in developer mode. I don't tend to use it. I've got it on there, but I'll be asked with it.
Yeah.
Well, I will download the drivers first because I think that's maybe the option.
I would say is like a good 80% chance it is drivers, because I've seen it before, seen it many times. I've done it for other people. They've gone, why doesn't this plug in? And I've gone, well, have you got the drivers? And I've done it myself, done it for them. I literally, that is a big thing. You really do need to get the proper drivers.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting now as we speak.
Yeah. And unfortunately, the bloody drivers are a nightmare, because when they put the drivers on, they normally put, like, when you plug the phone in, it brings up their application on screen, which you never asked for. I don't want that shit. Like, like a little helper application. Like, what do you want to do with your phone? And it's like, oh, no, leave me alone. I just do it myself. Yeah.
Where are we? Download. There we go.
There's a
Well-
new thing as well called Windows. I think it's called Phone Share. It's an app.
Yeah, I've got it. It's shit.
It is crap, isn't it? Yeah.
It's bollocks. It's sort of done it, but then it comes up, and all you can do is look at like your odd files. But like, obviously, I've got I've got a card sitting in there as well, but it won't detect the card. All it does is detects photos. No, and I've got some videos on the actual phone rather than on the. Won't detect them at all. Can't
Now-
even. There's no option for it. It's like, what the fuck?
Now, I seem to remember, right? There's a program called Mobile Commander or something. Total Commander. It's called Total Commander, and it's a file copy utility, which is pretty fully featured. Like, I want to copy from this to this, and it's like, and it gives you options like how you want to copy it, what you want to do, right? But the thing is, as well, if you drill down into the settings, there is a settings option to kind of make your phone into like a network share. And then you can basically, once it's network sharing, you can actually go into the phone from Windows and actually like almost like an FTP, but I think it's a file sharing. And I seem to remember you could get into the phone and you could actually start looking through its folders, but like wirelessly or with a wire. Yeah. So there was a mode.
So I've been trying. I haven't downloaded any third-party stuff, but I've been checking it, trying to do it. Gone for everything I know. Admittedly, like you said, forgot to fucking do drivers because I didn't expect that because I thought, well, I know it went out with bang, shooting. Yeah, you know what it's like.
Hey, I mean, Jordan and Luke were down, right? And I was going, my door doesn't work on my car. It went funny after it went into a garage once, and some bloke was playing with it, and then my car door never worked, and it's like my alarm keeps going off when I say turn the alarm off, and it just goes off. It doesn't care. And they were like, and I was like, I just pissed me off. And they said, have you checked all your fuses? And I was, yeah, but I've checked my fuses. There's no fuses blown. They said, are you sure? And I went, so they made me go through every fuse. And do you know what? One was blown, and we changed it. Now my alarm arms correctly, and my doors close perfectly now. And it's like,
nice.
Yeah. So it can be something simple, and like it just takes somebody like, no, I know you think you've checked it, but really check it. That's the thing. It's like sometimes even I count myself as fairly technical, but it's just like I'm like, it's not going to be the fuses. I've checked the fuses, and it was a bloody fuse. Yeah.
I'm a lot to electrician and find a lot of problems like that. Mainly just go through the fuse box, and you still have quite a few problems. Also, there's a common one with the doors not locking is because they're open and closing all the time, especially the driver's side. Is the wires inside the door start to snap?
Snap. I've had that.
Yeah, so you've got to. It pops your fuses sometimes. If not, it just snaps anyway, and your windows don't go up down, or your door doesn't lock or unlock and stuff like that.
Yeah, I used to get in there with my glasses on and a head torch, and I would solder the wires, but I was like having to do it in a tight door space.
Yeah.
My mate told me how to get the door off. You have to get a special tool. This is like it's not standard. Special tool, and unscrew the screws, and then lift the door off. Bloody heavy. Unscrew the wiring loom, and then I've soldered them all. But that's because I did all that, and I soldered every wire, and every wire was there, and I checked the continuity across the wires, and they were all perfect. And even when it started going weird, I checked the continuity. Every wire was perfect. I was like, but I've done everything. And they said, have you checked your fuses? And I'm like, I was thinking, well, I've taken the door off. I've soldered all the wires. That's it. No, it was still the fuse, So it was like, yeah.
I've got that. I've got the electrical problem with my reversing lights. I don't know why. They just don't. It don't fucking work. Should do.
Yeah, a lot of
firms
as well. I know the Ford Transits used to do it a lot. Is the wires in the back door. The thieves used to target them and cut them to short out the locking mechanism.
Mm.
And what Ford started to do is put all the wires in black, so they're all black. So when it comes to repairing it, you don't know which wire goes where. If you know what I mean, it's a lot more harder to trace the wires.
Yeah.
So basically, you got to buy the new loom. Oh, thank you, Brady. Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm out
Dazzy's.
somewhere to set one
Oh
off.
yeah. Bloody hell. Well done, Brady.
Give me
Well,
a
nice
minute.
one,
I'll
Brady.
be back in a minute.
Yeah, Dazzy says that's a common problem on my model of car. He had the exact same problem. Well, I had the problem on my last car as well. And I fixed it, and I did a video and I stuck it up on YouTube. And I said, look, if this is happening, your window's in opening and your door's not locking, right? Try this, because it's probably your wires are broken in the bit that moves and opens and closes. It's just like that movement is broken the wires over time. So check this and do this. And I said, if that doesn't work, you can put an aftermarket remote to open and close your doors. And I showed people how to wire the remote in and actually cut into the wires and wire a new remote in. So
nice.
yeah. And they were only £10. They're like a remote unit and a little key fob, £10.
That's cool.
Oh,
I'm currently downloading the drivers, so let's see what happens.
yeah. Yeah, tennis ball cut in half used to open the old pneumatic locks. Yes, I mean on some vehicles it was a known technique, wasn't it? Like, yeah, putting it over the keyhole and just banging it. Yeah, you just put a tennis ball over it, and it was the air pressure used to sort of chunk.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Push the lock, like, yeah. Now you got people with radio sniffers, which are quite cheap to buy. And they can literally be sitting in a car and you pull up and they're sniffing, and then you go on your radio and they've just recorded that onto their little sniffing device. And then when you walk away, they go and open your door. Yeah. I
was talking to someone I know yesterday. They got a new van, and all their drop off. Basically, they got in the morning and they wouldn't do anything. And they had the issue the night before. The alarm kept going off and everything. Turned out the foxes had got underneath on the side of the back of the van. And they chewed all the wires. They chewed all the wires at the back. So he had to get. He spoke to somebody over, and they stopped the alarm going off, and he had to hot wire it to actually get it to work.
Yeah, rats. I've had loads of rats in cars as well, sorting them out. They love the Mercedes, the SLs. They love them.
Here we go. It's exactly what you said. Somebody had me to look at a caravan the other day, and they said, "Oh, the fridge ain't working." And I said, "Well, the wires are cut." I said, "Who'd have cut the wires?" But we worked it out in the end. We said, "Well, it's not. Nobody's cut them to be spiteful. It's probably mice." And it's like they just gnawed through the wires. But here's the thing that relates exactly to what he said. It's the back of a fridge. And it should be really easy. I'll take that wire and connect it back and solder it, put some tape around it. You can't. Black. They're all fucking black. Yeah, literally. They're all black. So I haven't got a clue which wire to connect to which.
Thanks, Brady.
Oh, firework time.
Way!
Hey!
Cock rocket.
Oh, look at that. Looks lovely and warm, doesn't it? Especially in the winter. Yeah. Thanks, Brady. Yeah, much appreciated.
That's basically thermite, isn't it? That stuff, I think.
I think thermite might be in there somewhere.
Yeah.
But they are
rated for his table in a minute.
They are rated for the house, so it's not too bad.
Rated for the house and also cutting railway lines in half. Yeah.
He's just holding it, going, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do this. That's the one. Excellent. Oh, Jackie's there as well.
Yeah.
Hello, Jackie. Nice to see you joining.
He's UAP themed tonight, folks. He's in the blue room. Yeah. The blue room is famous as being where they store the UFO stuff. Yeah.
Is it? Where's that one? In America or England one?
Wright-Patterson. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. They reckon they had hangar 18 and the blue room. Yeah.
Talking about UFOs, Matt, I watched that video you sent to me about that geezer talking. I can't think of his name.
David Grush.
It weren't David Grush, no.
Was it the guy who worked on the secret defense project, not the one they publicly? Yeah.
Yeah, the one who keeps going, I can't tell you about that.
Yeah. But he did say one thing, didn't he? He did say one very important thing. He said, yes, I can confirm that we have got an alien craft that we've got into, but we don't know how it works. Yeah. Yeah. And he is a high up in the military, and he was cleared to say this in a book. So he's allowed to say it, but he can't say where it is, what it does. He can't say anything more than that. But that is, he's been cleared to say it. So it's starting to come out, folks. It's starting to come out. Jackie Green, nice. £5.
Excellent. What does she mean by that message there?
Read your WhatsApp, dude. Your artwork. Fucking hard work.
Oh,
you
hard
are.
work. Right.
Yeah.
Your fucking hard work.
I'll have to get my glasses, son. I know I've got a couple of messages. But yeah, I'll have to check it. Give me a second.
Yeah, that video was quite interesting, Matt. He was like he was annoying me at the beginning because every time they were asking him, he's like, I can't say this, I can't comment on that, and then he opened up a little bit, didn't he? I just found it strange.
For somebody in his position, it must be quite awkward because he's still very heavily inside the security apparatus of the.
Hello.
Oh, forget that then. Never mind. Never mind.
Sorry, Matt, carry on for a second and I've got to go in a second.
I've completely forgot what I was talking about now. No, yeah, for somebody who is in his position, it's very hard for him to talk about things that he hasn't been cleared to talk about. You know, he had to get clearance to put that in the book, you know, and they went, okay. So obviously behind the scenes, there is a lot going on about bringing this stuff out, and people who, you know, think UFOs aren't real. Yeah. Not only are they real, we've got downed craft, and it may be coming out quite soon. It may take a year or so, but you know, we might have video footage of like, well, here's the craft.
Yeah.
You know, here it is.
Well, I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, no worries, John. Wow, John's disappeared.
Yeah, now he's disappeared. You clicked the wrong one then, didn't you?
That's the one.
You clicked the wrong one. All right. Jackie.
Yeah. Fireworks. And it's not even firework day yet, is it? November the 5th. So, yeah, pretty cool. That reminds me, I'll have to get some more of these now. Oh, I think I might have run out. But it's all good. Thank you, everyone. Excellent.
What we really need is Chinese firecrackers, like sent over by AliExpress. Oh no!
Oh, don't you bloody start!
What's she doing? Yeah.
Stop moaning! Stop moaning, Mona.
Well, stop feeding your bloody animals when you're on a live stream. Come on.
Where that
I've
comment go then?
Are we not? Are we not interesting enough for you?
Now you're fucking boring, the lot of you. Now fuck off. God, I still. Oh,
Yeah,
this
right,
cough-
Jackie, how's it going?
I'm fine. I still feel like death warmed up. The fucking. I mean, yeah, I ate normally anyway. But fucking hell, this cough just will not do one. But I've been told it's meant to linger on for a while. So it's like, oh, great.
Yeah. Well, it won't be going off in the house anyway, that one, if you do that. Definitely not.
Jesus.
If you give him, if you give him £50, he'll drive to your house and show you his cock rocket. Yeah. You can hold it. You can hold it. You can hold it in your hand as well, like, you know.
Yeah, you can show snot rocket instead if it's sorted.
Yeah, talking about Germany, I've seen that car dealership over there.
Who was
with all
talking
the
about
80s
Germany, by the way? Who was talking about
the
Germany?
comment,
Oh no, in Germany too. Yeah,
Right.
well that's where Dan's coming back from now, isn't it?
Oh, is he?
Dan,
I've seen a video recently, and it's been on the internet as well, and like the news going round. An old car dealership closed down, and it's got cars from the 80s there, brand spanking new, still with the plastic over the
Nice.
seats and stuff. And you can actually see them through the windows. There was a Capri, I think it was.
yeah,
It's a
Capri.
Sierra, an
Oh,
Escort,
good
an
God.
Orion. The
Oh,
Capri's
God,
not
I
there.
remember all these cars. This is really no,
Yeah.
don't do this. I'm not a car person, but I remember these cars. Why? That is wrong.
I saw a video where a only 700 miles RS Escort Cosworth was brought back from somebody who bought it and raced it once and then just kept it in his basement and forgot about it. And they reckon it's going to get like hundreds of thousands of pounds because it's only done 700 miles. It's been kept indoors and it's absolutely immaculate in its race spec. And it's been transferred back from Australia to the UK. So I saw a video about that the other day.
Yeah.
Absolutely immaculate, you know, like original condition. You know, there's no other one out there because every other one that's out there has been driven around. This one hasn't. 700 miles on the clock. Original, official.
No way.
Yeah, but to forget a car like that, you must have one load of money in, load of houses in places that you can't keep track of, or two, you've got really bad memory. Know what I mean?
Apparently, he bought it. Then, by the time it had been prepared by the race company and delivered to him, he'd bought another one that was more advanced. So he was like, I don't need that one now. I'll just use the new one. So he just forgot about it. It's just like he's got so much money, you know, multi-millionaire guy. He was just like, yeah, money's no object. Just put it in the basement. Forgot about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
when the money's no object, you can throw some this way. So I'll be happy. He'll be happy. We're all good.
That's it. If money's no option, you could go out and buy loads of rally cars and then just store them for 20 years, 30 years, and yeah, just make it
just let them just
killing
all
that way.
seats up and everything. What's the point?
next
It's
R2
better to
eyes
keep
in
them running a
3,
little
4s.
bit just to stop them going all rusting up and everything.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe somebody's buying some Ford. Was it Ford? What do they call them? STs now?
yeah, Focus.
Hi, John.
Focus
Yeah.
STs. They're buying them
Right,
now to store them in a bunker somewhere so they can make loads of money in 20 years' time. They'd be millionaires.
Yeah, that's it. If you've got a place to do it and money to do it. But yeah, it's crazy. The new antiques of the future, like you say, the modern cars now,
Hi,
the
Haley.
major downside with them will be the switches and the technology, because they won't be able to give you the switches no more because they don't redo them, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
It's like the 90s cars now. tried to get some of the switches for the 90 cars, the era. It's virtually impossible. You know what I mean? You've got to go and really hunt on the internet or go on forums and stuff like that to find the switches. Fair enough, if it's a wiring loom, you can repair that yourself if something's tubed through it. If it's rot, you can cut the piece out and weld the new piece in and stuff like that. But in future, it's going to be all the usable switches and gadgets like your steering stalk and stuff like that. And you also got to remember, I don't know how many people came across this problem. In the steering wheel, there's something called a squib, and that controls your airbag light and stuff like that. So if that breaks or anything happens to that, your airbag comes on. And like you say, in the future, 30 years down the line, they won't be making replacement parts for them type of cars. So that's where a lot of the cars are going to be really hard to restore, down to the electric side and switches. Not down to the gearboxes where everyone fix them and stuff like that, and engines, because everyone can do that. It's just retro switches. Could be a firm there. Make your own firm up, make all the new switches for the old retro cars fitting. So there's a business idea.
Yeah.
Old cars use more fuel, aren't as safe, but they are ULEZ exempt. Yeah.
Rockbox, what a name
Well,
is that?
If you got a car that's over, is it 30 years old or 40 years old? It's tax exempt then, because it's
30.
paid. Yeah, it's paid
Yeah.
all its tax, so you don't have to pay any more.
But there might be, yeah, that's the one. That's the word I tried to say. Squib.
Squib. Yeah, it's an explosive basically.
No, it's not that. It's like a coil of wire, but paper, and it's loose. So when you turn your steering, it turns and it can tighten up without actually snapping the wires and no ripping paper.
Oh, right.
It's
Yeah.
like a toilet roll thing, so it unrolls and rolls back in because it's like a spring. It's metal in it. But after a bit, they sometimes snap because it's copper inside. It snaps, so they need replacing. The explosive is up near the airbag, but that squid controls your horn, steering controls. If you've got music controls in your steering wheel or cruise control, does all that stuff.
It's weird because a squib is normally an explosive used in Hollywood, because like when they have like you shoot somebody and then it goes pew and blows out like blood. That's a squib. It's an explosive. Yeah, it's a squib.
Right.
So I wonder if it's a squib instead of a squid or something instead of a squib, because that's normally connected with the explosives.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Matt, you absolute legend. You know what? I've downloaded the drivers, and guess what? Fucking worked.
What's this guy?
I'm gonna
It's
fucking
Richard
dance.
Burton,
I'm gonna dance.
Yeah. Yes. He's got
Because I
in there.
need drivers for my bloody computer. I wanted to transfer stuff from my computer to my phone to my computer as well. Got to back shit up.
Matt, it's saying there.
Mate, I literally, I thought it was going to be worse, but it's worse. It's chugging away now.
It's surprising those wacky little drivers they have for phones that are all different. Yeah.
It's saying if your car's more than 40 years old, you don't need a MOT either.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. But also, I have heard, I think it's the Brown Car Guy or something like that.
Yeah.
Or Jeff Brown
Brown Car Guy. Yeah.
They might be changing the old classic vehicle tax. So you do have to pay for tax next.
Oh, Jesus.
They might be changing it, the rules.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, more money fucking grabbing then, it sounds like. Then if I don't drive, but it's fucking wrong, though.
Yeah.
As if, pay more.
this is why people like driving really old Land Rovers and why they keep them going, because they're tax exempt, you know.
Yeah, and then
Easy
they're going to
to
get
fix.
screwed over again.
Easy to
Nice
fix
one.
as well. Loads of parts.
I was reading it was something different. I was reading something about, what was it now? There was something I was fucking reading about, because there's certain things that they can put on that people can't get certain items fixed. So everything is, well, you already know it's, it was something really good as well. I wish I'd fucking saved it. Because I was telling him, because obviously, no, it was just about how they do all the clauses on stuff that, obviously, the newer stuff that you get, like, obviously, you can't get into them. So what happens? You end up buying something brand new, and then that breaks. And they're actually trying to change the rules where it's you can get it fixed, and it doesn't have to be a directly by the manufacturer. It can be by some other company.
Oh, right to repair. That's what you're on about.
Yeah. Because I was reading a bit about that, and I'm just like, well, yeah, it should be right. You pay enough for these things, and then what happens? It breaks. Then you want to go and take it somewhere, and they can't fix it because they haven't got all the, the rights to go, to fix it. It's the same as cars, and it's like it's stupid.
Yeah.
Because it's like they're just destroying more money. They're just wringing you out, aren't they?
It's like all Apple devices, like iPhones and things like that. If you take a screen off an iPhone and stick it on another iPhone to repair it, it goes, no, that's not the serial number for this device. No. And it just disables all the features on the phone and turns it into a cripple phone. Yeah.
Stupid though, because the price people pay for them fucking pieces of shit. And then they do that. So what happens? Then if you take it to that manufacturer, they're going to turn around and say, well, you're going to pay this amount of money. And then you work out, for that price, I might as well buy a new phone. And they're thinking, yes, you are well fucking worth the money.
Yeah. That's why they do it.
That's why I've been telling people for years, don't buy fucking iPhones. But, that you take your device in to be repaired in the Apple store, and they just go, it'd be cheaper to buy a new one.
Yep.
And they'll want to take your old one off you so they can use it for parts. But it's like, but hang on, it can't be repaired. So why do you want it for parts? No, fuck off. I'm going to just chuck it in the skip. Fuck you.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And then they'll make it up. But we need it for recycling. It's good for the environment. And you're like,
good for the environment. Yeah, good for the environment would be Tim Cook fucking putting a gun against his head and pulling the fucking trigger. That'd be good for the fucking environment. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just more way of them making more money out of you.
No, it's disgraceful, really, putting serialized parts into phones and things like that, because people break screens all the time. Their batteries die, and the cameras and all sorts of things go wrong on them. And you can get the parts, but the parts won't work on Apple phones because it's all been locked down, so you can't use anyone else's parts.
Yeah.
It's like Tesla, they tried it, didn't they? Doing their stuff with all the Tesla technology and updates and stuff, so people can't mess with the vehicles. But now a lot of people have got down on things, and e-brake broke them now, aren't they? And using motors out of them and batteries out of them, and
if you put like somebody else's stuff in your Tesla, what it would do is it would work, but it would go, you can't have supercharging anymore. No, you have to slow charge now. And it's going to take 5 hours to charge instead of half an hour. Yeah. So they were dirty tricks, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, BM. Have you heard about the BM's trick?
Oh, the seats. Go on, you.
Yeah, heated seats. Yeah, you buy your car. It's got nice leather interior and all that. But it's got the heated seat option there if you pay for it monthly, and if you don't pay for it, they turn them off.
What a cunt.
Even though you've paid for the car and you got the heated seats in the car, you paid for them. If you don't pay the subscription to use them, they say, you're not having them turned on.
You're telling me you have to have a subscription for heated seats in your BMW?
Yeah.
What a bunch of wankers.
Yeah.
Oh
probably
well, I
starting
mean,
in with sat navs next and stuff like that, and aircon. Oh,
I
you
mean,
want
let's
aircon?
let's face it. Who drives fucking BMWs anyway? Wankers. So what's the company going to be like that sells them to you? Wankers. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
too bloody low
Big
anyway. Don't
wankers.
like them. They're far too low. You're not sitting on the fucking floor. Screw that.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to get some more balls.
I haven't got a clue what's going on with the car industry at the moment, because
All right,
the EVs are going
just gonna go and
bad.
turn off
The
her
sales
light.
of them are going bad at the moment.
Yeah.
There's congestion charges and ULEZ charges. There's insurance hike rises where it's doubled in some cases. It seems like the motorists are getting targeted. In Wales, they reduced the speed limit in
Yeah,
most
but I've heard
areas
people
down
have
to
been
20 miles an hour.
Yeah, but I've
And
heard 20 miles an hour is shit. But I've heard a few people have been ignoring it, which I don't blame them, because what you're doing, you're burning more bloody fuel and everything.
that's what I was
It's a
going to
bit
say.
bloody wrong.
When you're doing 20
If it's
miles an
not
hour in
signpost
fourth
properly, you
gear,
don't have to worry about it.
when you're doing 20 miles an hour in fourth gear or fifth gear, or maybe your car got 6 gears, the car's about to cut out. It can't run.
You're not
It's not
overheating
running
that.
efficiently. So it can't really be green for the environment. But what I've
No,
also heard is it's
they're going back on
because
themselves.
they're putting this law in of a 20 mile an hour speed limit to reduce the speed of electric vehicles, because they're a lot more heavier than normal cars and they'll need more space to slow down. In other words, people know they got to break the speed limit in them, but obviously they need more space. So if everyone's doing 20, everyone can see that they're breaking the law a lot more. And yeah, it's just shorten the distance from. I know the electric cars do brake well, but I got told it's down to the electric vehicles being too heavy now for normal road speeds, and that's why they reduced the speed limit.
I smell bullshit.
Well,
It's just
in the
it's more
future,
control.
I can just see us all getting a box, renting a box to go wherever you want, and that's it. You sit in it, and that's it. You don't go have nothing to do with the vehicle. It's just a transport box and not a car. It's not your car. It's no, I mean, it's got no personality to it. It's just
It's
got
like
to be
round
like
where I am. Round where I am, you've got obviously you've got the all the taxis, and a lot of them are Teslas. And I was talking to one of the taxi drivers, and the council actually insists that they get a Tesla. So they can fund it, through the council. They get a loan or whatever. But in order to be a taxi driver, they have to have a Tesla. And I
Really?
went, what? Yeah. And I went, yeah, that's bollocks. Doing no. In order to be like the custom fucking whatever it is with the council, they have to buy a Tesla. If they can't afford it, they can get a loan and whatever through the council. So they're paying it back all the time. No wonder the taxi fares are high. But I don't really see the point, to be honest. Although they
I
are
think
nice to drive in, but like that's about it.
I think what they're trying to do, the government, is quietly stop everyone from using their own vehicles, private vehicles. I think that's what the aim is to do in the next years to come.
No, it's more control.
Yeah, it's so that there's no vehicles on the road, less congestion. You've all got to pay by the mile, no matter whether you're on foot, your own bike, public transport, your mobility transport box, what they bring out. You know what I mean? It's all got to be pay as you travel, no matter where you go or what you do. Don't forget, you got to have all the CCTV with face recognition cameras all over on every single street in years to come as well.
They've already got them. Already got them.
not on every single street, not outside
Oh, they've got them.
not everywhere, not outside my street, not on next door street.
Oh, they
But
have them. You
in
just
the
don't know about
future,
it.
in the future, they'll track you from which house you go, where you go, if you go into this shop, what you're buying, where you're going,
Near
who
enough.
you're seeing.
It's called China.
Yeah,
It's like these Ring doorbells, though. The Ring doorbells, you can technically get nicked for having a Ring doorbell because if it's facing the wrong way, if it's facing dead on, like onto your front door and the street, it then comes under a GDPR because people walking past haven't given you permission to film them.
that's
You don't have to. You don't have to have permission in a public area to film people.
With Ring,
No, you
what
don't.
they do is they're a business and they own that image GPR, and that's why it's covers under the GPR laws, the Ring doorbell. But if you've got your own camera on there, which is not connected through a third party that's using the information or transfers the information and then sells it like, oh, this is what our cameras can catch. You know what I mean? And that use it for adverts and stuff like that. That's where it can come under GPR because you never own that image. It's the Ring that owns the image. But obviously, if you put your own camera there with your own DVR recorder or linked up to your own internet recording system, then it doesn't breach GPR laws unless your business, your property is a registered business. Then you need to cover it under GPR laws.
I stand corrected.
I was driving past a garage the other day, and it's the very first time I've ever seen this because they have unleaded and diesel prices normally listed. They had EV price, and it was 63 pence per kilowatt hour. And I went, hang on, isn't that expensive? That's surely that's quite expensive because these cars have got 100 kilowatt hours. So that's going to be like £63 to fill up for 300 miles. That's not very cheap. So hang on. So I went home and I checked it, and yeah, we're all paying about 35 pence at the moment for a kilowatt hour because we're getting ripped off. Not because it actually costs that much, just because the companies have gone, we can rip you off and you're going to pay it. Yeah. So they jumped the prices up, if you remember, right? Because electric became really expensive overnight, just for no apparent reason, for technical reasons, like we want your money, so give us your money, right? But the thing is, if it's 35 pence in your house, it's 65 pence to fill up in a service station. So they just go, oh, we'll just double that. We're just going to double it. Double what? Hang on a minute. That's not fair because people need that. That's a complete rip-off. And it's got VAT on it. And pretty soon the government are going to say, oh, loads of people got electric vehicles now. Now we're going to put road duty on it as well. So it's going to be as expensive as petrol.
Yeah. And that's what they've said right at the beginning. All these electric cars are only going to cost pence to fill up or charge up.
Yeah.
But now it can cost up to, I think it's seen it 15 quid for one charge at a point or something like that. But it is a fast charge, I think.
I'll tell you now, right? I'll look it up. What the capacity of what is Tesla kilowatt hour charge? There we are. The average price per kilowatt hour for a supercharger is 67 pence. But Tesla owners who subscribe to the £10.99 a month membership will be charged 53 pence to charge their car, right? But the thing is, how much Tesla capacity?
So you get charged 63 pence, but if you subscribe and pay it like 11 quid a month on top, you get 53 pence. Well, that's a fucking rip-off.
Depends how much you charge your car as well.
Yeah, right. It's 50 to 75 kilowatt hours. So here we go then. Let's get the calculator out. But basically, I think it's going to be about 35 quid to fill up for 300 miles, something like that. So if it's, let's say 75 kilowatt hours, 75 times 0.6 7 is £50 to fill up, right? Well, it's 80 quid to fill up my diesel. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So there's not a lot of difference in it, really. And my diesel will do about 500 miles on that, but you're only getting 300 miles out of a Tesla. So you just work it out. It's about the same. So it costs as much to fill up your electric car as it does to fill up a petrol or diesel. So where's the incentive? Yeah. Right now, there is none. There's
Exactly.
no incentive whatsoever
Not
right
saving
now.
anything, are you?
No, it's a
But-
con.
For a more expensive bloody car.
But when they first started selling you, it's only going to cost a couple of pence. Remember on Tomorrow's World, it only costs a few pence to charge this overnight
Yeah.
because it's a nighttime rate where the electric drops cheaper, so it doesn't cost that much. And when you do wake up, it'll have a full charge. The theory was there, but obviously, someone thought if that's the case, we're not going to make much money on nothing. You know what I mean? So how can we hype this up? Yeah.
Well,
And it
people who
says
had
it's
loads
safe
of
for the
people who had
environment.
loads of money got solar on their roofs, didn't they? And they got a grant for that. And then they bought an electric car. So the car charges off the solar. So that's great. You know, if you're loaded, it's practically free. But if you're skint, it's loads of money, which is how the British and the world system works. It's like if you're poor, you pay more. If you're rich,
Yeah.
you can have it for free. Yeah. Somebody just said up here now, he said, oh, I got a renewal for 935. He only paid 320 last year. That is an insurance company trick. What you do is you cancel insurance, you go with somebody else. They're wankers.
Yeah. I got to sort mine out. I've not had time. I phoned my
Well,
insurance.
make time.
I phoned
Don't.
my insurance.
Otherwise, you
and-
get screwed over.
Yeah, I've got to do that with
Oh.
mine actually.
Yeah, I phoned my insurance and reduced it a little
I've
bit.
got to look at that because it's like fucking well expensive.
But
If you
I'm
could,
still
if you could
not
save
happy.
money, fucking do it as soon as you can.
Yeah, I phoned mine, but not happy with the quote still. But at least I'm still insured, and I'm start looking for proper insurance somewhere else. And hopefully they'll quote us enough for it to be worthwhile to pay the cancellation fee on my insurance and take it up with the new insurance. So that's what I'm going to do. But after not being great and well enough over the last few weeks, just not got around to doing it.
Too,
She'll
because
move it herself.
Yeah, I've got to do mine, but I'll pay it monthly so they can shove it up their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, hide and seek. I
I was
agree.
paying £700 and something. That was before my crash in the Fiesta. Then I got my new car, transferred the insurance over. It went up a little bit, so I weren't too bothered about that. And then it's like virtually doubled from what it was up to like 1,400 quid. It was nearly 1,500 quid. So it's like an extra 50 quid on a month. I can't afford that. So yeah, I've got to sort that out. I've reduced it a bit, but like I say, still not great. But I've
No,
got a
it
few good ones to go to. I got told to go to LV. They're supposed to be quite good.
so many people getting screwed over. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. And what else I don't do? I do not park next to an electric car if I can help it.
Yeah, just in case they blow up.
Yeah, because they come out sideways, the flame and whatever's outside of you. It's getting toast, isn't it?
Yeah, Mitch
Yeah,
said
make sure you just park against a wall.
Mitch said he paid 8,500 10 years ago for his solar panels, but he gets £50 a month back off the solar panels. So that's 50 times 12 times 10, six grand. He says, oh, you know, it's a good investment. You lost 2.5 grand. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah. They just sell you an idea, and isn't it, basically?
Yeah.
and a little bit of a product, and obviously it don't do what it says on the tin.
Nope.
But yeah, you can't return it within the 28 days because it's don't do what they say. Know what I mean? It's gone past the clause date.
Yeah, because they just they throw out a bloody fish and they'll reel you straight in. And by that time, you're stuck in a bloody contract or in a bad situation.
Yeah. Android 69. Insurance companies work on the basis that people can't be asked changing. Correct. And your renewal quote is much more expensive than a quote for a new customer. Yes, which is wrong, because if they're prepared to give it to you as a new customer, then like they should be giving that price to everybody who's a loyal customer. No, they go, oh, you're a loyal customer. You're stupid, right? Ha 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 ha. Yeah, no, what you do
I
is
had that with the AA. I had that with the AA, and I said to them, I thought you said that. I went, sorry, mate.
Go on.
Is he frozen?
I think he has frozen.
I had that with, I had that with the AA, and they went, right. I'm all right now. Is it back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. No, I was. Ooh. Ooh. I was at the AA. They said, oh, it's going to cost X amount. I said, if I'm a new customer, I'll get it for this. And they went, well, yeah. And I went, well, no, I'm not having that. I'll cancel it now. And then I said, and then I'll start it again whilst I'm on the phone with you. They did eventually drop it, but they weren't having it. They go, well, you can't do that. I said, yes, I can. I can cancel it with you. I'll just go online and do a better quote.
It works.
Had a bit of a row with them. Didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
They do say some places you can actually negotiate and say, oh, well, it's all right then. If you're not going to bring this down, I'll go elsewhere. And then half the time they're like, well, they want your money, don't they? So they should bloody drop it down and bloody offer you a better price.
Well, all I can say is years ago, and I wouldn't suggest anybody try this, but years ago I tried to get insurance and they went, it's going to be like thousands of pounds. And I went, fuck off. And they went, and I went, right, I've tried you all. And I tell you what, then I'm going to drive out without insurance. They went, you'll get in trouble. And I went, well, that's just the price. That's just the chance we'll have to take in it. And that's what I did. I did 10 years driving without fucking insurance, tax or MOT. Fuck you, insurance companies. Yeah, but you can't do it anymore because the fucking ANPR cameras are on the fucking ball. But yeah, I got away with 10 years of that. So fuck you.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. We're screwed up.
Yeah.
In Wales,
and it was all because I was going to them saying, I want to be your customer. And they went, yeah, nah, loads of money. And I went, no, that's not fair. And they went, yeah, it is. And I went, no, it's not. And they went, yeah, it is. And you're going to pay it whether you like it or not. And I went, no, I'm going to fucking drive around without insurance, tax, or MOT. Fuck you. And I did. Mm.
Yeah,
I think we've heard about it before in the past, believe it or not.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell.
There's quotes as well where people have been asking to insure the Range Rovers and stuff like that. And some insurance companies are turning around saying, no, we're not insuring them. Because one, they're too expensive. And two, they keep going missing. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So they keep saying, well, some insurance companies are saying no.
Or they can't even take a moderate corner at 30 miles an hour without like bouncing and skidding off the road. Like, so they're actually pretty shit. So yeah, we don't want to insure them. They're fucking rubbish.
Yeah. But you also got to think in the future, all the car parks at the moment that exist are designed for petrol cars, not EV cars, which are obviously heavier and more of a fire hazard. And if there is a fire hazard going on in a multi-story these days, you can see what happened at Luton Airport.
Somebody said earlier on, didn't they? They said somebody's been caught for that now. Sorry,
yeah,
go on.
I can tell you the story about that, what I read anyway.
Go on, I haven't heard this, yeah.
But with the older vehicles in the older car parks, if you noticed, they've all got drains. So if any fuel does leak out, it drains way down the drains. You know what I mean? They've got a drain channel, and that's sort of like to get rid of all the hosing down and all the fuel or whatever. If anything happens like that, it's not a guaranteed safety device for to stop a fire, but it all helps to suppress the fire. If you know what I mean, it's not feeding the fire, it's feeding flames. Because I've seen on the TV where there's a car on fire and then it's leaking fuel and comes down the road and sets other cars on fire. Back to the Luton car fire. Someone did get arrested, I believe. They're out on bail, but I believe they might get the charges dropped, because what actually happened, there's a guy in a Range Rover going to the airport. He had a flight ready to go. It was running late, but his car was on fire, and as he drove into the Luton airport car park, the fire got a bit worse, or a lot worse, and he jumped out. This is the story, what I've heard. Then he ran to the gate to departure, telling them there was a fire in the back there. So he jumped on the plane, flew out the...
Too busy to deal with my fire in my car, I'm afraid.
Basically, yeah. And his words, it's disposable anyway. He's supposed to have loads of money and said that. It's disposable. So,
yeah, not everyone else's cars it took up with it. Like, no.
What a spanner.
Yeah, by the time it came back or whatever, they found out it was him or whatever, and they arrested him as criminal damage for parking it in a car park. But because it weren't a criminal damage, it actually was a car fire accidental, I can't see him charging him with criminal damage, because criminal damage means they got to be a thing there that means you're going to cause the physical damage, if you know what I mean. I can't remember the word, what it means.
Yeah, I suppose I see what you mean, because, like, you know, he didn't set out that day, you know, to like drive a car into a car park and set everyone else's car on fire. But what he did do was grossly negligent in the fact that when it was on fire, he should have kept it away from anything else until the fire service got there.
Yeah,
and that was his responsibility. Yeah. So criminal negligence is a charge.
Yeah.
It's criminal.
They might charge him with that, then.
It still could have endangered lives as well. Because what if there was other people in the car park?
What if Jordan was sleeping in the back of his car with his diesel heater on? He would have been fucked. Yeah.
So basically, he didn't care about anybody else's, you know, the lives or their own property. He just basically like, screw that car. I'm going on holiday or going wherever I'm going. Now, you can't do that. Something's a bit more important. Usually life and other people's property, it normally is.
Yeah.
So it doesn't sound a bit right to me.
He just sounds like an entitled tosser who didn't give a fuck about anyone else and thought it would all take care of itself, you know?
That's what I heard, but I don't know whether it's true or not. Know what I mean? That's the only story I've heard about it, but I don't know whether it's true or not, so don't take it like too true until we find out.
In other words, take it like a picture with like
what's that naked guy doing behind you there, John?
Their weight training and the bear. You need to watch the video.
It's funny.
They're training the bears like this, that going like that.
Ah, right. Brilliant. Yeah, I see it now.
What is the bear doing? Hang on. There we go.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, that video. I've seen it.
Yeah, you've been hiding this body with your head, you see. As soon as you move your head, it's a naked person behind you. For what's going on there? Who's he tied up? Who's he tied up now?
2 Russians in a forest.
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, they are crazy people, those Russians.
I'm going to
Oh.
call it
Yes,
a
they
night.
are.
So yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, wow, you went an extra half an hour. You're still fired.
no, it's getting late now.
what's the matter with you?
11:30.
As Jordan would say, yeah.
It's getting late. No, it's not. Do not lie.
And yeah, if you noticed, I didn't have to shoot off this week. Throwing my guts up, like I say, I'm keeping it more down now. So yeah,
You changed the day. You're on a Wednesday, not a Tuesday.
yeah,
That's why
something happened.
you
Something
did.
happened yesterday. It was going
you-
to be sorted yesterday. We want it back, but I had to cancel it.
Will normally only has his period 3 times a month, like usually on a Tuesday. So yeah.
when he's a lady.
Aye.
It's so true.
So thank you everyone for joining us on this live stream. I know it's been a long while since my last one, but Matt's been doing his live streams on my time in slots and keeping us all entertained. So
He's
excellent.
been doing
Thank
his
you.
time, as Matt. Doing his
Yeah.
time. Literally doing his time. His time slots.
Like I say, I don't think I'll be doing a live stream next Tuesday.
Bloody hell.
I think I'll do the one after. Like I say, one.
You
every
don't
2
even
weeks
know
for a
yet.
while.
Why are you saying that? You don't even know. You might be feeling perfectly fine. You can't.
He's predicting the future. What the hell is he playing at?
Well,
you might be fine.
if I'm fine, I'm going to do something else and get some more videos put together and stuff like that. So just because I'm not on my channel doing a live stream, don't mean I'm not there doing something for my channel.
All right.
Okay, but you can do that on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just say
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening from days to day. I don't say too much on the live stream, but my memory's been like shite, my short-term memory, and trying to remember things from day to day is very hard for me. So
Yeah.
it's trying to plan stuff. I'm dyslexic as well. Trying to write stuff down and keeping dates and stuff like that. And like I say, it all got a bit too much on top of me, and I was getting mixed up with appointments, going to them a week early and a week late and stuff like that.
I've done that.
So that's why I'm just taking it a bit more slowly at the moment. And yeah, I'm taking it, like I say, slower, and hopefully take my time and get more involved with the channel, because it's not been great this year because I haven't been great. But if I don't look after number one myself, I can't put out the show for you. So that's why.
if you don't look after number one, then how can you ever do your number twos and number threes? Yeah, they'd just be all runny and might just even fire out as powder, like a fire extinguisher, which you definitely don't want.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you everyone for coming up on the panel tonight. Thank you, Jackie, John, and Mr. Matt. So yeah, good night from me. Good night from them. Bye, everyone.
Night.
Cheers.
They want me to go live. What have I got to talk about? Okay, out.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Bye.
1. Bye.